go to my channel so I can go ahead and share this. Turn off my volume. Alright. So let's go help the nun. Where am I headed? All the way back down there. Alright. I miss having my mounts. Tamed one gill. Oh boy. That one gill. I might probably should grab that stuff. Not the silver piece though. No, why am I going this way? I just... If I go this way, it'll be faster. Oh, there's ping-ponging. How do those things sound when they move? It's like prancing. Bounce, little piggy, bounce. I just gotta go through here. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna run through your camp. Oh, okay, well. Time to fight. This is how easy some of the early combat is. I can look away and message someone, and yet still kill something. What do I do? Go this way? I'm just gonna run. Adios. Going? Oh. Let's screw it. I'm getting a silver piece anyways. Alright, she's over here in this inn. Or is it this door? Might be this door. Yeah, it's this door. Jesus. Oh wait. Wrong room. This room. Dude, you bring your damn chocobo in the inn. Can't see through the doors. No, I want the silver piece, thank you. Alright, so this... do I have the garb already? No. Oh, wait. Yep. And now I look the part of supposedly a peasant. Yes, I'm just a hapless refugee looking for work. That's all I am, a hapless adventure. Oh, they're up there on top of that. I don't know if they're at the top or they're down here. Ah. I hate how long the sprint cooldown is. Why is that so long? How does anyone get around doing ults? Alright. And one more. Should be up here. Eh? No. No. So then they are down here. You in here? Yes. Quite the knack of being a nuisance. I hate this. You move so slow. Hurry, hurry, let me move faster. Please. That's where we need to get to, that little tent. Bears the teachings of Nald, trust to their neighbors. Basically, this guy was bribed to never mind. It's not just that. He actually he loved the money too. But he was bribed so he would stop having his people taken, but do I need to I will actually have to go all the way back to this. Why? Have I got with you? Oh, I have 3,000 gil just sitting in my inventory. Nice. Bouncing pig. Entering the waking suns. Oh, I don't need to keep this garb on anymore. Why does it always select no? It irks me just a little bit that I can't just spam cross and do it. Yeah, complete. Oh, I gotta go. I gotta do this anyway. No. That'll give me the gear coffer, but I don't really need it. I'll probably save it to level a different class with. What classes do I level? I know I definitely want to do archery again so I can unlock Bard, but... I don't know. There's just too many for me to do here. Which would at least last half the cooldown timer. Alright, you. Extract. Okay. That basically is just telling me how to extract materia from items. Phobos. Oh, I enable level 19 of. Okay, yeah, don't care. Basically, that just sorta is what you have to do to learn to do this. So I can just sit here and gain materia off things. I do that. Alright. Oh, this is the fun part. Fighty Tool drinks an airy self. When full of airy self, Fighty Tool changes to Stony Shine, name of materia. If materia join with other Fighty Tool, in Big Eyes Fighty Tool, then Big Eyes Fighty Tool gains power of airy self. Renabix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Philia. Yes. Tongue flaps reach ears of Metamax with fastness. Philia wants Uplander to see the power of materia. Uplander brings Fighty Tool to Metamax. Yes. Shook. Fighty Tool is unstrong as Eating Tool. Make good Teachy show of power of materia. The Materia Master. Eyes of Uplander point at Fighty Tool, yes? Materia join with Fighty Tool. Now I was so happy behind him. Fighty Tool gains power of materia. Fighty Tool reborn. Here, Uplander. Take Fighty Tool to Infilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient. I cannot speak today. Sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Monomix turned that dagger of yours from someone as would a struggle to cut steak into a weapon worth wielding. Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia, then Uplander best fill brain case with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. Uplander one's brain case rattles with knowings of materia. Uplander best trade tongue plus with learning ones of mathematics. This is just the small things. And what that means is basically I need to make sure one of these crafting not the gathering, but the crafting ones are like my weaver here. This one I leveled up to 15 just to get some glamour stuff started. And you just gotta make sure these are of a sufficient level. Like this one needs to be 19 to start. And the way you level up is, well, you craft, and craft, and craft, and do well your class quests as well, until you reach the level, and then you craft some more. But we're not doing that. That's boring. And this game and MMOs are already boring enough. And I have to go back to Vandalia, which means yet another use of the envelope. I like how it's called an Aetheryte ticket, but there's not an Aetheryte in that city you're in. That place in the back of my neck that kind of hurt. Ow. There we go. Alright. Carbuncle. What did I unlock? Great! Who's ready to go dungeoning? I'll turn you in when I get the chance. This is gonna be fun. I'll do that after this chapter. We're about to end the chapter in this part of the story. I think I was roughly halfway through. We're starting to get into the last, like, third or fourth of the game on the other server. Alright. Level 18 weapon coffer, I'm not gonna bother because I'm level 26 and I can get better gear out of dungeoning. I did not accept my quest. $15,680 experience, and yet that doesn't give me a full level. Ooh, Dawn Risk Guards. Actually, they're the same thing. Alright. Oh, that's level 20. Oh, that's a back at Camp Drybone as well. Alright. Let's go. So basically what I'm going to go do is I'm going to start, I'm going to go unlock a dungeon, an optional dungeon. This isn't required for story. There are story dungeons, but this one's not required. After I do the upcoming thing I will have another required dungeon to do, and then after that, it'll be another semi-short quest line to do to get to another dungeon. And that's about as far as I got, up to the next like end of a chapter. That's sort of the same as this one. Can I run? Let me sprint. I did not mean to teleport. Open the teleport. Oh god, someone's posting something cute in a different thing. Let me go check that out real quick. Oh my god. That is... I was not ready for that. Alright. So, this is the Colosseum pit thing, isn't it? Yes. Halls of Halatali you seek, then you seek no further. Permit me to tell you something of this place. The name comes from the ancient tongue. Halatali meaning the land of many shadows. It was here that our distant ancestors... Little fuckers. Up, I'm getting a phone call. Okay, they literally wanted me to tell them what a barbecue place was in a town I really don't even know, and I can't ask the person about it because they're asleep. Wonderful. Alright, back to this. Alright. Their distant ancestors first settled. I didn't come to this way for lesson history. No, little Lullafell, I did not come to find out what the lully history here is in this land is. You hear the howls and growls? I don't... Yeah. We don't care for the howls and growls. We want to go kill the howls and growls. Alright. So basically, that just unlocked Halatali. Originally a holy place for the first Lalafell that arrived in Eorzea. The twisting labyrinth of natural caverns which wind through this massive mesa was transformed by the Gladiators Guild into a series of training pits, animal mills, and holding cells to accommodate the ever-growing popularity of Old Dawes Coliseum. At the Calamity, however, the location was abandoned, those remaining in the pens left for dead. Now all of them, however, met that fate, and now the tunnels are rife with those who survived, as well as the torment experience of those who did not. Dun dun dun! And we're gonna join. And as usual, I think your first time completing a dungeon to queue up for a dungeon, it puts you at a higher queue level, higher in a queue than most. Will you please commence with us, DPS? 1 DPS, that's all we need. But after that, it's gonna be like 10 minutes of waiting, roughly. That's my average, at least. I think the longest I've waited was 20 minutes to get into a certain dungeon that I don't want to do, but I'm gonna do it because I have to level. They're all probably gonna run off without me. Alright. There we go. Yep. See, they're all waiting on me for that cutscene. They do those cutscenes. I usually skip them because it just shows off part of the dungeon. Alright, tank, do your thing. I'll keep you alive. I'm gonna sit here and do this. Oh, he's gonna go pull like 1,000 mobs. I better be ready to heal his ass. This isn't the worst dungeon to do, but it could be a bit of a pain in the ass if the tank pulls up too many mobs at once. I'll survive, so I get 1 stone off. And you're healed. You're welcome. Ugh. Alright, first boss. This guy's annoying because of the little sprites he can summon. Game? Okay. Essentially, the tank should be fine. This is where it gets a bit fun. Where are they coming from? I see a couple coming from over here, and almost getting them, so I'm gonna get them. Will you cast? Oh, nobody else is watching? Alright, we should be able to just DPS this guy down. There we go. Nice. Okay, I'll get the loot. Not for my class. There we go. We're waiting on our Bard to get back. Come on, Bard. There you go. See, most people are starting to get their other classes. About this time. I believe our tank's a gunbreaker. And we have a Bard and a Red Mage. I'm still sitting at Conjurer. Go. Develop target. What do we got? Ooh, actually, I need those. What do we got? Gas bomb. I didn't even get cure. See, a lot of people like to just speed through dungeons. If I was tanking, I'd take us throughout the rest of the dungeon here. Oh, he's going down the right side. Alright, so this is the next boss. This guy's a pain in the ass a bit, because he'll just shock this whole water and go invulnerable and everything. That's why the tank brought him, it's bringing him up to this ramp, so we can stay alive. So now he's invulnerable, and now he's going to spawn these little lightning guys. Then I'll do this whole AoE bit, and now I have to kind of keep the whole party alive with Medica. Oh, tank, come back over here with us! Say, please don't go too far away, tank. Alright. There we go. Ooh, 2 chests. Pass. Need. Oh, I actually got all of those? Okay, well. Just gonna equip them, so I'm better equipped to the dungeon. Why do these... This is my only issue, is when you have a tank that's so impatient, he runs out without their healer to tag along and keep them alive and almost dies like that. I honestly cannot stress, if you're tanking, do not run away from your healer. Wait on your damn healer or you're going to die. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Alright. And here's where the boss comes in. I forget this guy's mechanics, but honestly not too bad. I don't... Yeah, no, that's why he does this invulnerability thing. And then we have to kill these things. Alright. How many other ones is there? Just these? Okay. Yeah, my range. Yeah, you don't want to let those get to him. It causes a huge nova. Alright, it's about... Yep. Okay, now he's in his empowered state, and we really can just DPS him down at this point. Just need to occasionally take care of these guys, and we will be fine. There we go. Skip. Give it... Alright, fine, I'm giving it... Take your condemns, guys! No, I can't. Pass. Alright, there we go. And now we have decently leveled gear. How many condemns did I get from that? I got one. Just the one. You can check how many condemns you got. I've only gotten 3 because I haven't done much dungeoning. And the one dungeon, nobody fucking gave anyone condemns. Except I gave some to the darn pugilist we had, because he was the only guy who actually knew what the fuck he was doing. Considering I had a tank that honestly did not do anything to hold aggro or do... He would pull a ton of mobs. Him and the summoner both would pull a bunch of mobs. And this gladiator did nothing to keep aggro. And so we almost wiped a good couple of times. All because this guy wouldn't hold aggro. I died twice. I died twice while multicasting... Not multicasting, but constantly casting... oh, it's up there. I just kept casting Medica the whole time to keep the party alive, and it failed a few times because I was just getting out... I was just getting destroyed. I don't feel like running the whole way there, so I'm just gonna take the minute ride to the Golden Bazaar. And now we get to hear the fun chocobo music. I don't care. So I did what any good upstanding citizen did, and I stole his sword and his shield from that dungeon. I sat there, stood there for 300 seconds waiting with this guy to get it. And I just passed by him like a minute ago before I started streaming. It was funny. He just stared at me and then ran. Just poofed off to nowhere. I don't like ninja looting anything, but pay attention. Learn your role before you start doing dungeons. Please learn your role. It will make things a whole lot easier. These may be the lower level simple dungeons. That dungeon I just went through, honestly, didn't seem like anything complex. But that's kind of the end of the easy dungeons. The next few dungeons we do, they're going to be a bit more... How do I put it? Difficult. Alright, cutscene time. Proceed. This is basically, no, it's not basically, this is an instanced event. Meaning, it's usually only single player. And, yeah, cutscenes like this. Where you just have, like, us hiding in the shadows. Wait, please. Good. We can move as soon as the emulsion appear. So basically, we're gonna use this guy to meet up with these guys. These big lumbering fuckers. Something's amiss. Yeah, something is amiss. They're prepared for us. Ha 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 ha. It's thanks to this bastard right here. Yeah, this bastard was feeding him information, and now we all get to fight for our lives in this ambush. So welcome to just all-out fighting. This is essentially what a lot of these are. How much damage do I do to this guy? Oh, we deal very little damage to this guy. Oh, jeez. Myself up. By the way, these guys actually get the same kind of classes we do, because they're rangers. This halberdier is basically a lancer, and this guy's basically a thaumaturge. But they do have they can have healers and whatnot, I believe, so it's pretty cool. Come on, you fat fuck, just die! Oh, let me go. Leave it near me. Oh, there we go. And we're asleep. Night night. Yay! Now we're captured! We get to meet the leader. Give us to the gods an offering. Still in your hand. Full embers now. Oh no. Oh, feels so bad. Now, we basically, if you don't want to do this yet, you could go off and do whatever just by leaving to this guy, and you can just come back anytime. There's no saving these. There's no saving any of this. This is, we're kind of locked in plate. And we're into the bowl of embers. Ooh boy. Again, it's another, this is what's called a trial, which is essentially just a boss fight. Usually they are much stronger bosses than what you find in a dungeon. So that's why they're given their own thing. And I forgot about this. If you don't clear out your previous search, hello? Tank? The tank didn't hold aggro. Now tank takes aggro. Good. Well, we get to do this dungeon again, even though I didn't really mean to do this. This is why it pays to think before you do anything. can't wait until I get holy. My lord. This will just, speed on through dungeons like this. Sadly, you are level synced with these dungeons, so even if I had holy unlocked, I couldn't even use it in this dungeon. But the dungeons are made for that reason. Come on, get in range. There we go. Okay, good. DPS are actually doing what they're supposed to be doing. Mostly. One of the DPS are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Are they both go? Okay, good. That Lancer had me worried there for a second. That means me and the tank can focus on what we're supposed to do. We'll go neat on that. I am the only caster, so I really shouldn't have any issue getting no issue getting certain gear. Back away, it's gonna explode. There we go. Alright, let the DPS do that since the tank's running off. No, the tank did run off. No, the tank did. Okay, never mind. Decent ass tank. Tank. Tank, where are you going? Okay, bye. Someone really did that. An hour late. Okay, yeah, no, I don't know what this tank's doing. At least he's... The point of this part of the dungeon is you do these chain winches, and this guy just wants to run off and do I don't know what, and leave his healer behind as he pulls 100 mobs on his ass at once. Ow. Pass. Okay. Targeting. Oh, they just killed it so fast. Will y'all stop? Yeah, no, this guy really wants to get moving. Think you're going for a speed run or some shit? Alright, last bit of thing I can do. No, I don't want the thundercrap, I want the lightning sprites. Archer, what are you doing? Yeah, speed is key. Speed is key when you jump head first into a pathway. Not a bad tank though. I'd give up on that. Nope. I'm gonna possibly take a hit there. Alright, should be able to just DPS this guy down. There we go. And 2 treasure coffers. Does this guy always just give 2? Don't need, and don't need. Did I get the other stuff? Yeah, I got the hat. Hey, now I don't have the ugly red hat anymore. Hey. Keep applying. I'm gonna go get us that treasure. Cause that's an easy treasure to get. Come on, guys. Hey, come on. Oh, fuck them. Okay. Yeah, they don't want the treasure. I did that to fuck with those guys. There's the other one, right here. Because for one thing, that is a bonus bit of treasure back there. I'm probably gonna run back and grab it. Oh, I forgot. I need to add my limit break to this hotbar. Well, I mean, this is... I forget when this game came out. It's not a new game. Oh god, guys, we can't all be... Graphics aren't bad. Game? Games. Swap target. Thank you. Just ready to find more jelly beans. I'm afraid there's no jelly beans. Just the eventual endless suffering. Skip the cutscene. I don't even care if I get a condemned for that pool. I don't need that. I'll roll for that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Oh, well. Oh. It's the Slither Puff. I don't care about that. Alright, can I run back over here, grab this chest? Yes, I can. Alright, let me get just out of range of those guys. Oh, well, okay, well, they're both gonna pull me. Alright, oh well. Now, this is why healer is so good. Damn. If I hadn't pulled that guy, I probably would have been fine. Alright, let's give that another go. I'm gonna pull the fire guy before I pull anything else. Did I actually get anything new? I did. New boots. New shoes. Alright, where's the fire guy? Wait. I want to target him. Pull him first. This will pull you up. Come on. Get in range. The things I do for loot. Oh, he's gonna self-destruct. Oh well. Come on. Interrupted? Hello? Alright, I guess I'll just go and grab the loot and die. Fuck it. I just want the loot. I don't even care if they kill him the things, I just want the loot. Boing, 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 come on. I'll also put this up just in case. I should be able just to grab the loot, can't I? Too far away. And I think I just got another... Yep. Alright. Doctor's Sorlets. Is that really what was in there? Huh. Alright. Now I can exit the dungeon. Now that I've gotten the bonus loot. I don't even think I got something I could use as well. That's the funny part. This is why you comb through dungeons for the loot, especially if you're a low level of something or other. I don't need to know what that is. Nope. 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 Character. Carpros, silhouettes. Where did my silhouettes go? No idea. Alright, now to retry this. Get you off my search list, and we're looking for Bowl of Embers. Thank you. I honestly don't want to sit through this cutscene, because I'm making other people wait for this, but might as well. Because this is the This is a pretty good cutscene for them summoning a 3. Look guys, it's Diablo! It never pays to be traitors. So what he's doing here is he's tempering people so that they serve him. Because these primal gods gain power the more people that believe in them. And so we have an ability called the Echo, which protects us from being tempered by the primals. And so he's pissed. Alright, I'm gonna skip, because all it's gonna do now is he's just gonna breathe fire at us. 5th time taking this. Alright. Well then, tank, get to it! I simply just need to make sure the tank stays alive. It should be fine. Shit. He is... I'm really just pelting him with rocks and wind. Quite literally. Oh, wait. I need to get that nail out of here. Before it burns us all. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Everyone on me. Oh, fucking hell. He really don't like me. Oh, come on. You're at 3%. Just die. Thank you. To the dungeons. And thus we've killed a god. And he left us a shiny rock. Thanks, 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 thanks. And thus we get the second of our shiny rocks. I do not know what this will do when I get more rocks, because the most I've gotten so far is 4. And then I had to swap servers. Data centers entirely, actually. Yeah, Thancred, you're fucking late as always. And guess what? It's your fault all this has to happen. There it goes. Live chat now. Live chat has now updated. Oh, this guy. So these guys are the Garleans. They are from the Garlean Empire, which is trying to take over Eorzea in order to stop the summoning of primals, because the primals will just destroy the world with the energy they consume. Well, most of them. There's one that won't. At least one that won't. But either way, but basically they want to take over pretty much the world just for conquering. They're essentially like the bad guys. Like even the beast tribes that we're fighting here are not really bad guys. In fact, we'll probably become allies with them here soon. Because most of them are just kind of, well, they're tempered, is what it's called, is what's just happened. So when you're tempered by a primal, you basically just, your entire urge is just to summon them, to worship them, and to serve them. Sadly, I'm just gonna skip through this, because they're just telling us that these guys are tempered now. And I hate to say it, but there is a bad thing for tempered people. Being tempered is not good. To Slitherpuff. I just keep glancing up at the Slitherpuff and I'm still laughing at it. I can't run because fuck you, that's why. Wait, am I already level 28? Holy shit, I am. in 2 levels, I'll start working on my class quests. Then I can start working on job quests. I have an allergic reaction to something on my arm. I don't know what it is. I'm scared. It burns. It's basically Thancred feels bad for being a useless son of a bitch during all that. And then Philia's just like, don't be so depressed. Go do something else, basically. Just to congratulate us, yada yada. Salamosa and everywhere else, because certain beast tribes are trying to summon their primals. Yeah, and this basically is where they're talking about what I said about... Fuck, I cannot speak clearly. Now they're explaining what primals are, how they're summoned, etc. The whole they need the faith to stay in this world, and they get tempered. The Echo is protecting us, yada yada. Just your typical, oh hey, you're a chosen one kind of deal. But you're not the only chosen one kind of deal, because even Minfilia here has an Echo. Now they're just saying we should deserve a rest, but we're not going to take a rest. And now Thancred will tell us the bad part about tempered people that get tempered. But they are put to death. Because once you're tempered, you can't be untempered. There's not really a way. At least I don't think there's a way. I don't know if they find a way eventually or what. But yeah, you have to kill anyone who's tempered in order to weaken the god that they are tempered by. So. And Luisix, I cannot ever pronounce the guy's name right. He's actually the guy who owned the staff on the wall, if you notice in the background. There's a broken, shattered staff. Oh, you can see it right there. That staff back there. Basically, he was the leader of this group. And... oh boy. But basically, he led this group, and he died during the calamity. Or I think he died during the calamity. I can't remember off the top of my head. But to put a long-running arc, as some may not know, Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn is the 2.0 and onwards version of Final Fantasy XIV, because the original 1.0 was so buggy and disgusting that people hated it. It was poorly reviewed, and Square Enix, specifically Yoshi P, just scrapped the whole thing. They made it playable, and then decided, hey, you know what? Scrap it. We're just gonna rebuild the whole game, and thus they did. And here we are with Realm Reborn, and of course they've had Heaven's Word, Storm's Blood, Shadowbringers, and now the soon to be released Endwalker coming in the fall. Um, but yep, here's where we get to join a grand company. Basically, a faction that actually has no faction. There's no real detriments to joining a faction at all. It's kind of weird. This is strictly a PvE kind of MMO. But basically, the plot of the original 1.0 release kind of had you fighting the Garleans as they were trying to find a way to bring down a... Yeah, no, these guys, you know what, I'm skipping this. Screw this. They're just going to drivel on about why you should join them or why you should do this, yada yada yada. Do I have to talk to them again, or can I actually go... No, I can go ahead and go speak to Tartaru. Why is that set to no? Which set to yes? Anyways, but the whole storyline for 1.0 was to stop the Garleans from dragging down the second moon, Dalamud, from the sky, because they had given up trying to conquer Eorzea, and the Garleans decided, you know what, we're just gonna wipe these fuckers off the planet, Majora's Mask style. We're gonna slam a moon on them, or it eventually got called the Comet. And so all the way up to the end of the 1.0 servers, you literally could just see the moon just getting bigger and bigger in the sky, signaling the soon coming end to Final Fantasy XIV's 1.0 release. And now we get to do the whole Remembrance stuff, which is fun. So I'm gonna just go ahead and get Gridania out of the way. But they did some cool stuff with the last few months that the servers were up. Devs were summoning bosses and monsters, just a place around for people to fight. It was just a fun chaotic mess that they decided was to keep everyone interested up until pretty much to reward players for playing up to that point. And then the last 11 minutes, they literally just count down to the server's cutoff time, and then boom. Before I start these, I'm gonna go use the bathroom, but they ended it by showing the trailer for A Realm Reborn, which showed the Battle of Chartanu and Dalamud cracking open to release the Elder Primal Bahamut, who pretty much destroyed everything in front of him. And I don't know why that's coming up. Why is it not reading my licenses? I don't disconnect from the internet ever. PlayStation, what are you doing? But basically, Bahamut cracked out of this moon egg and laid waste to an entire battlefield, and Luizix sort of saved some Warriors of Light, teleporting them to the future or some shit, and somehow stopped the end. Stopped the calamity. That's what it was called, the calamity. At that point, he somehow stopped the calamity at his own, sacrificing his own life for it, and yeah, that's how we get to here. So 2.0, or A Realm Reborn, kind of built off that by pretty much being the continuation of that story. The Garleans are still trying to get a foothold in Eorzea, and the Beast Tribes are still summoning their primals. We essentially are just adventurers with a gift, making our way through the world. eventually rising to power and fame to probably fight off the Garleans and everyone else who decides to stand in our way. So, I hate the fact that cutscenes are not automatic, or I would let this play out for y'all on stream without my interruption. But I'm gonna use the bathroom, I'll be right back. I'll use the bathroom, get a drink, and turn on the air because it's getting hot. So, BRB. And I'm back and someone's left. Oh well. We're gonna move on.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The three seed seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body. Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood, fearful of the Green Wrath. They hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet, through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable... To compound our woes,
Hale says the suspect
Ixal
is
have
down.
returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk the high roads without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the
Got my controller
Twelveswood.
again.
Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children!
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the forest.
All the elementals! If you'll permit me, Alfie no. And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler.
Fun fact: these two are actually two travelers that you arrive in whatever city you're with. They're on the carriage alongside you. They just don't speak until now.
You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
I'm not even gonna try to mimic the regal voice of Sam Regal, but the Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. The Ixal are questionably the more troublesome, being of naturally warlike disposition, and want to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, rather than malevolent. So basically, this is just him telling us about how they eat, how the two beast tribes of this area and who they worship. In this case, these you have the Ixal, which is the bird-like tribe that summon Garuda, which is more what do you call it? Aggressive, primal, like Ifrit. While the Sylphs summon Ramu, who is... Oh no, we're not skipping cutscene. Yep. Basically, this is them trying to tell you the reasons why you should join each of the different factions, be it the Twin Adder, the Maelstrom, or the Eternal Flames. And to be honest, I'm going with Maelstrom, yeah, Maelstrom, because pirates. I meant to go to airship landing. I'm a simple man. I gotta have me squad Irish pirates. But you can swap between the three companies as you wish, and you essentially will be doing the same quests, just depending on which zone you're doing them in. That's it. Save myself just a little bit of time going to the airship landing. Boop. Let's go ahead and go to Uldal. Uldal. Skip. Oh, basically I'm just gonna go ahead and hand this over. No. Oh. Oh, I don't want to travel there just yet. Leave me alone! Alright. So now we come here with the Immortal Flames. Or Eternal Flames, or whatever the fuck these guys are called. The Gudanians basically are tree huggers, the Eternal Flames are basically a military, and the Maelstrom are privateers.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanimal herself!
And Roban as well.
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore.
If you've seen the trailers, you know Roban a bit more than you probably should. I just want to give the man a hug, the poor guy.
Hurrah! Proban! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold, where by the grace and glory of Naldal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Uldar!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and
Cardinal.
gold
I'm sorry,
than
I
we.
pronounced it wrong.
Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden, and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Uldar stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Uldar, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Uldar. As Uldar prospers, so shall her people.
Ja, for Uldar!
Together we are one.
Your Grace.
Raubon?
She's a fucking
People
parrot.
of Uldar, I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you.
She's a parrot.
Much has been made of the wealth of Uldar. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Uldar, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn!
Glory to the Sultana! Oh.
Forsooth!
The time is now!
Fascinating.
The
You-
voice. The voice. Alright, so basically she's gonna tell us the long conflict with the Emolja. Yeah, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless. They have too many refugees, along with the Garleans at the borders and the Emolja fighting. It's... Yep. And basically, again, we help them in their desperate need, and Alize just runs off, as usual. And with that, we head to Lamosia. To Libs of Lamosa. I'm gonna have to do this. Damn. Okay. Should have took care of this before now. Oh well. New cutscene. As we fly off to the Golden Saucer. Welcome to the casino. Welcome to Vegas, essentially. I'll spend some time here eventually to get some mounts and whatnot, but triple triad, basically Yu-Gi-Oh! This game. Crazy mini games. And this guy. That weird fucker. The Manderville Gold Saucer. Complete. For a tiny bit of gil. Alright, I'll come back here later. I don't care. What? Oh. I just want to leave. Skip. I don't need to know any more about this place, to be honest. I don't care. Yeah, there's a whole teleport system in here too. Yep. Yeah, there's these mini games you can play for like a little bit of stuff too. Saturday, 9 p.m. Oh, well, I can't purchase anything. Anyways, fuck it. Alright, where am I going? Going down there. But you can't just jump. Never mind. You can't just jump off the edge. Like some sort of maniac. My arts. Yeah, sure. That Lullafil? Yeah, it is. Responding to someone that's messaging me. I don't care. I think they also showed us the Manderville himself. I am going to redeem these real quick. So the mini Catpot Broker is a way to get, like, quick coins. And again, basically you can search something, and then just looking about these you could confirm a line, which I'm confirming this one. And basically you could see like, oh, what you could have, what could have been like the highest you could have gotten, which looks like it would have been the 1080 if I had stuck with the original line I was going to run for. Damn. Okay, so these reset at 11 a.m. Alright, I should be able to leave now. Yes? Go ahead and activate this shard. Can I leave now? 120 gil. I believe the board calls where I need to go for this. Yes. To the Slater room.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. "700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The Crimson Field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the Black Longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea,
Don't explain any more than that.
assembled beneath the Maelstrom standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilfir's bloody executioners. And together, we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage. Yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. A small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards.
have risen?
While the mines of Ogomoro spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire.
Not really behind
Even
them.
now the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the Calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves till sea swallows all.
Long live the Admiral!
Melvin!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the seven hells, Admiral.
Fancy meeting you again.
And again, we're just gonna learn about the kobolds and the Sahagins. The Sahagins worship Leviathan, while the kobolds worship Titan. And it's just like, oh, here's there's really no difference between them. Oh, but you could be a great help. Yada 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 yada. And Elise runs off. And then we're told to return. So now we return to Memphilia and pretty much choose our faction. Which I'm going Maelstrom again, because pirates. Let's go pirating. Oh hi, that's Deathclaw. We boing 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 boing. I love my little pig just bouncing, bounce, 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 bounce. Quest complete! And then we get this cutscene.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies, as though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alize, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Company.
Oh yeah, these Scions of the Seventh Dawn. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn, they're supposed to be kind of a secret organization, but everyone knows who they are. Har 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 har.
Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience. There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I need to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady!
We are to escort you.
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
And now we get to choose. So joining the Maelstrom. And there we go. So now I can just go here. God, it's so weird not seeing that fully done. The 73 party is currently recruiting all matched by current search conditions, because I have no search conditions. Alright. I need to go to the Aft Castle. Punch him in the face with healing! Also, Winter Moon ass shit on my ass. Heal them and then kill them for the amount I healed them. Alright, who do I talk to? You. Can't be skipped. Okay. Alright, so now we have to go and rescue engineers. But I think I'm gonna stop for the moment because I need to take a break. Playing this for a bit too long. So, adios.